Hello and welcome to Carlyn's Corner. My name is Carlyn Hindler and I'm a repair technician here at the Carolyn Nussbaum Music Company. So today we're going to be talking about beatboxing flute. I am so excited about this one because it's something that is near and dear to my heart, and I have personally gotten a chance to work with the composer of this book and his project trio. And that person would be Greg Pattillo, and I will be talking about his method book for beatbox flute today. And it says this book covers 5 elements, learning basic beatbox sounds, combining them with the flute, using combinations of beatbox sounds to create patterns to play over, establishing a means of building beatbox patterns for flute melodies, and creating melodies or phrases to play over existing beatbox beats. These elements are worthy of daily attention and practice. And that last statement, I fully agree. Okay, so let's just start with beatbox sounds. So he goes through discussing, well, let's start off by saying, what is beatboxing? Beatboxing is the use of percussive sounds and creating that sound with our mouths and body. So it just goes on to describe your bass kick, your hi-hat sounds, your kick drum, all of those things. And he puts it in repeated patterns so that you can practice on a loop over and over and over again, which I think is the only way to really get a grasp on what is going on. So then he goes on to add in vamps, and vamps are just a small piece of music that can be repeated over and over again. And he uses them for improvisation mostly. So I will demonstrate vamp 1. Keeps repeating. And what you can do from there, maybe something like that. I don't know. I'd have to fool around with it a little bit more, but that's kind of the general idea. I like vamps because you can grab a friend and have them play the bass part and you improvise on top, and then the next few times around you can switch to your heart's desire. And it's just a really fun exercise that is just fun while doing some good work. And then there are just rhythms. He's written out some scales, so the vamps have chords on top of the staff, so like lead sheet cymbals. And if you're unfamiliar with scales, he's got some major and minor pentatonic scales written out on the next page. Then he goes on to talk about beatbox sounds with the flute. So this is just kind of describing how you put the sound and the beatboxing together. From what I remember and what I am reading here, you kind of start with the bass and then note, and you bring them closer and closer together until they are all one. So okay, now we want to get that so that the airstream continues. Now a little closer together. Now trying to do it all at once. And that is kind of the general idea. There's more repetition, exercises, everything on repeat in different combinations so that you're kind of mixing your brain up a little bit, challenging yourself. And that continues. Then there are exercises with a special focus on B, which I like because I think that the bass hit is probably the hardest sound to get. But man, when you can start to get it, it's really rewarding, but it just takes so much practice. There's the etudes using B. That's just to further demonstrate how intense the B and K sounds are. And then putting those sounds together, your B and K sounds together. He's got exercises for that. And different like rhythms, so book, barbecue, book, barbecue is another one, barbecue book, syncopated book. So that it's just different rhythm exercises, and for further explanation, you will have to read and purchase this book. Next are loops, and then from there, we've got beatbox and melodies. So this one, when I got to do a lesson with Greg, the first thing he had me do was Mary Had a Little Lamb with your B and K sounds. So to have it written out in this book is just wild. It makes so much sense. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of this one. And there's that. And he's got Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, Ode to Joy, Hail the Mountain King, When the Saints Go Marching In. And then it's just further exercises from there, building your rhythm, which he goes on to explain clean and dirty. So clean and dirty would be inhale and exhale. And then there are more rhythmic variations and etudes. These etudes are very challenging, and I can't wait to dive down a little further into these because this book is exciting, you guys, and I just want to share it with everybody. So that's all that I'm going to explain on this book, the Beatbox Flute Method Book, Volume 1 by Greg Pattillo. And thank you for joining me on Carlyn's Corner. I will see you next time.